Welcome to season 4, episode 6. Yeah, moving right along, almost to that big old 75 number, arbitrary there. So, the last thing I want to announce is we have a guest tonight. We have the notorious DOG, Delusions of Graendal, in the house. Back again.
That's the motherfucking DOG.
Notorious. Last time Delusions was on with us was episode 16, I believe.
Sweet
and now we're on
16.
episode 72. So it's been a while.
It's been a while.
No, keep going, please.
Keep going. Keep going.
Did you get consent from your mic? Because you kind of took advantage of it there.
That will not be the first time this evening.
And
Or the last.
Since then, Delusions has launched her own podcast, Feather and Mountain podcast. So, Delusions, go ahead and introduce yourself for those who don't know you, which I don't really know who those people are, but they might be out there. And say, what your podcast is about and all that great stuff.
You got it, Alan. So you all know me, DOG. As Alan said, I run a podcast now called Feather and Mountain. Our 6th episode is going to be dropping actually before this one comes out. So it's dropping Monday, May 24th. And we're kind of recording on a bi-weekly basis right now just because our podcast is show focused. And my co-host, Virgil, is a never reader who is not reading the books beforehand. He is only going off the information I'm giving him, and we are trying to bring the perspective of the show to our audience via virgin eyes and crusty, decrepit, biased gaze. That is myself.
We love virgins. Tomorrow morning, we're going to go out fishing. So it's my first time fishing with my son. He's 3.
Does he have his own little rod?
He doesn't, but I mean, at this age, I'm just going to cast for him and then probably reel for him as well and let him pull on the line, pull on the pole as I'm reeling in the fish.
Brilliant. Alan's going fishing with 2 poles. And
I usually put up multiple poles anyway. It's all you'll catch this time of year. Croaker have just started running. It is striper season, but you can't. Off piers, it's really hard to catch rockfish or striper. So croaker are not good eating fish anyway. They actually taste really good.
I beg to differ. They're very bony.
Croaker,
you got to work at it.
There's lots of bones in them, so they actually do taste well. But for kids, like. It's not like a meal I would cook for my kids because there's too many small little bones all inside the meat.
True.
So we'll probably just do catch and release.
But it's a lot of fun to have like a bucket or cooler full of them and they all start croaking at the same time.
Yeah. Well, yeah, when they croak, kids go, My son's going to love that.
Ian, get off the cooler. I don't want to. It feels so good. I love fishing.
We're going to start with chapter 9, which is Decisions. And the chapter symbol is the moon with the stars, which is...
And I swear by the moon and the stars in the sky,
I'll be there.
I swear.
For better or worse. Chris, where you at? Chris is on a pee break. Till death do us part. I'm going to keep singing till he comes back. I'll love you with every beat of my heart. I swear. And Chris is back. All right, perfect time.
From the...
You guys didn't have to wait for me.
Oh, we were singing I Swear. All for one, man.
I swear.
Nope, the song's over, Chris. It's over. We did it all.
We did it all. We did the whole song.
No time for a remix.
We spent 3 minutes on this, Chris. Move on.
Yeah.
Time for the...
Get it.
This is also from a dude's perspective. Like a lot of times if I'm going to the bar or going to hang out with my guy friends, like my wife will start asking a lot of questions, and honestly, I just don't know the answers to them. Like, so she'll be like, where are you going? I don't know. Like, we haven't figured it out yet. Like, all right, who are you gonna hang out with? Well, I know I'm hanging out with Ian, but there might be other people there. I don't know. Like, it's like, are you gonna get food? I'm like, I hope so. I'm kind of hungry.
Ears open.
Like, yours open. I don't know. Like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I am leaving the house and something's gonna happen. It's gonna be fun. That's all the plans I have right now.
That's when you pull a Frodo and just sprint out and scream, "I'm going on an adventure!" My favorite part of Elaine's point of view in this.
Did someone just say WAP? Hold on.
Yeah,
that just happened.
You're welcome. That was me. It is a real thing.
Did you see the meme where like it was like someone was talking like like it was a text message thing where like it was like between like I guess two sisters, and it was like did you really tell Dad that WAP stands for Wings and Pizza? Because he's going around the house saying like I want some WAP tonight. Like,
I did not see that. But said that
it's like tell him what it actually is. Like don't stop Dad from saying this.
I'm gonna get my favorite sauces with that WAP.
It won't change your response.
Put some garlic butter up on that WAP.
Gonna need to clean up the mess from this WAP.
It's everywhere. Don't go in the kitchen, kids.
It's
There's
WAP
WAP
night.
everywhere. It's all over the place.
I'm totally making that a thing.
Kids, it's Tuesday.
Wednesday night, WAP night. Oh, yes, that's
Wings and
happening. Chanel, poor woman.
Yep.
I love that. That was great. Thank you.
You are changed from when I last saw you. Stronger, harder.
Faster.
He's
better.
smart.
Move it faster. Make it stronger.
Harder, better, faster, stronger. Make it harder.
And that's the third episode in a row where we have inserted that song.
Daft Punk for the win.
All right, I hope this isn't this better be in the spreadsheet, Alan. How long can you keep it going?
Keep the Daft Punk
We have
going.
6 episodes in a row with Wayne's World quotes.
Yeah.
And Alan slid in 2 last time that nobody even got. And I was like, I was finger blasting and winking at him. And I don't think other people got the Wayne's World references.
Yeah. Every once in a while we throw them in there. Small, yellow, different.
Okay, Chris, because we talked about this earlier, I have, if you and Chanel start planning for tiny humans.
When we do, not if.
When you start, I need to know whether or not you can smell when ovulation has successfully taken.
That's a good.
That's not where I thought you were going with that.
It's a boy.
You paused at smell. Can you tell?
It'll
Can you
be
smell
2.5 years from
what the rock is
now.
cooking?
Can you smell what the Kuma is cooking?
You smell different. This is
But
not
it,
smell
look,
I
if
know.
it's a Tuesday, I don't want you getting on and being like, well, we got to make this episode quick because she's ripe tonight.
Do you smell?
I mean, very
I'll
mature.
remember that just because of that. Where are we at in the book?
Against something where they knew they were going to die, they had no chance, they'd still be going 100%. I don't see any back down from them at all.
In that one scene with Nynaeve and Egwene and Elaine where they save them, they literally start pulling a Matthew McConaughey and start doing,
Yeah. I loved it.
some Wolf of Wall Street action.
Instead of Kalendor, and he engages with the Myrddraal. When the Myrddraal dies, I just love the chicken, like, I just love that a Myrddraal looks like a chicken with its head cut off and, like, refuses to accept that it's dead. And it just, like, you know, he's on the ground, like, 'tis a flesh wound!
It's just a scratch.
Yeah. I also love the way.
Well, like,
Yeah. I also love the way that Rand confronts the Myrddraal here, like where like the Myrdraal's like dicing up people left and right, and like Rand's like, "Hey, you, come at me, boy! Like, come at me!
Yeah, the finger wag.
Yeah,
cue Mortal Kombat, like,
get over here!" Yeah.
I love that you read into that, but I really feel like Jordan just wanted to let us know that they were there. Because it was like, what, a sentence or two? I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, they were
Parents
back
here.
to back, and she had
And
another.
moving on.
and then let's
he's
tap.
more
I'm just saying
familiar with
my goal would have been, like, if I knew I had ultimate weapon a couple feet away, and I knew shit was going down, even the moment he thought, oh my gosh, if this gray man got through here, what happened to my Aiel? Like, instead of just turning to Lanfear going, what'd you do? I'd be like, I need my super weapon. That'd be my focus right then and there. Super weapon. And he didn't even bother with it.
I think it's more familiar out. I mean, Calendar's new to him.
But the weapon is an extension of him.
Calendar's new to him, whereas he's been used to using this red sword.
How did he drain his noodles before this then?
Because, you know, the creator cannot heal death. You know who can?
Mm-hmm.
The Dark One. The Great Lord of the Dark. You know, has the ability to bring people back. As we saw, you know, at the Eye of the World, when Rand's mom is there and, you know, being held in perpetuity in this, like, liminal space and being tortured. At least that's what Rand saw. He has the ability to control death. So
I can think of a really cool, like, spin-off series. Like, maybe you have this world where, like, I don't know, people are able to use, it's not really magic, let's call it the Force. And they're like, there's a light side and a dark side of this Force. We're just air quotes, right? And then, like, there's this really powerful dude, but he's got this chick that he's not supposed to love, but he does. And then, like, he knows she's going to die. And on the light side, they're like, we don't dabble in bringing people back. And then there's, like, some cranky old man that's like, but if you come to the dark side, I can teach you the ways, right? And then I feel like nobody's done that before. I feel like that would be a good...
It's very novel and
right.
very...
And then he can force her back into life. That's why they call it the Force. He's like, just force you back to the living. Yes.
Delusions, do you have a favorite character? You don't have to, but...
Yeah, I really like the Murdrell chick.
Yeah.
She did. She got very excited about that.
Yeah, he's my little buddy.
Whenever Alan puts the video together for this as a teaser, y'all need to watch it because Delusions really got into that. Like, she put her shirt up over her head.
It's like the wacky wavy
running around.
The wacky wavy and arm tube there is the Murdrell.
And then
the bend over.
3 TD soldiers off to the side, just poking him with a stick. Be like, I helped. Get 'em, boys.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite visuals. I love it so much, and I also am so excited for the show, just to show, like, the collapse of the Trollocs all around. Is like the Murdrell goes down and the Trollocs faint, like their southern bells.
Can there please be one Trolloc that is in a theater class that takes 60 seconds to, you know, a couple minutes to die? Like, everybody falls over and he's like, oh, my heart. It beateth less than it did a minute ago.
Our pull the Family Guy, Peter Griffin, stubbed his toe. Like, for like a good solid 2 minutes.
If it's towards the end of the season and if it's anything like Game of Thrones, then they'll need that to fill time because they'll have an hour-long episode where literally nothing happens.
Rafe Judkins, if you decide to do this weekly releases, if you're listening to this podcast, I'm going to give you some advice right now. If the first episode gets horrible ratings, add laugh tracks, do what our suggestions are. The ratings will go up. We'll be fine.
You can't, yeah. If you go...
Break the fourth wall, just like...
The trouble with...
What's the deal with these Murdrell?
It's not cool.
Yeah. Well, Delusions, thank you again so much for coming back to hang out with us. It's been a blast.
Yes, thank you.
This is always so fun. Thank you guys for having me on.
How can people find Feather Mountain? Obviously, you can just join our Discord, but I'll let you plug.
Join the Discord. You can find us on Twitter, Feather Mountain Pod. You can find us on Instagram, I think Feather Mountain Pod. Email us at feathermountainpodcast@gmail.com.
Oh, you have an email.
And send your hate mail to waterenema@bloodmouth.ca.
Okay. Gotcha. Cool one. And then other than that, that's pretty much all I got. So, anything else?
Until next time.
Peace.
Bye.